All right, guys, we're going to be looking at the second half of Unit 1. That's going to be our next section. This half, we're going to start off by looking at what we call measures of center. Basically, measures of center tell us what's a typical value of the distribution. Okay. The three main measures of center we're going to look at, you may have heard of them. You've probably worked with them at some point in time. We're going to be mean, median, and mode. Okay. Each of them kind of has a different idea, but they each talk about the center of the distribution. Okay. Now, the mode is what we call the most commonly occurring value. Okay. The most commonly occurring means the one we see the most. So if we look at this World Cup soccer example, we have a set of data for total number of goals in the game and frequency. Well, the mode is going to be the one that occurs the most. So in this case, the one that occurs the most is 51 times the mode of this is simply just going to be 2 goals. Simple as that. It's just the one that we see the most. Now our second one that we're going to look at is going to be the mean. Mean, another way to word this is called the average. Now, all of you have done your grade point average or maybe your average grade in a class. The basic idea here for finding mean is we add up all the values and then we divide by how many we have. Now, I'm not going to do this big World Cup example. I decided to use a smaller example. In this example, you see I have these numbers written out: 34, 37, 42, 32, 31, 49, and 61. Well, the mean of these values would simply be found by adding all of these up: 34 plus 37 plus 42 plus 32 plus 31 plus 49 plus 61. Then I'm going to divide that by how many I have. Well, how many values do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 values. So I'm going to divide by 7. Now I'm going to punch this in my calculator, and then what I get is 40.86 is my mean, or my average. Now the last one we're going to look at is called the median. Now the median is the midpoint. It's the middle value. The way we find the median is, number one, we order the data from smallest to largest, and then we find the middle value. Now, the middle value could be two different things, depending on if we have an even or an odd number of values. If we have an odd number of values, the middle value is simply just the one that's right in the middle. You can see we have 3 values on this side and 3 on this side, and it's the one right in the middle. On an even one, it's the average, or these two middle values added together and divided by 2. Okay? You can see here again, I have 3 on this side, 3 on this side. All right? So my median is going to be the number right between those two. Let's look at an example. All right? So here's the number of hours that 9 students spend on a computer on a typical day. What's the median number of hours spent on the computer? Well, first thing, I'm going to just simply put these in order. Okay? So I've got a 1. I've got 5 twice. I've got a 6. I've got 7. My next value would be 8. Then I've got 11. Then I've got 12. And then I've got 15. Okay. Now, the middle value is simply going to be found by breaking this into 2 equal parts. Well, break this into 2 equal parts, you'll notice I have right here, I can take 4 values there, and right here I can pull 4 values off of that side. So my median would be the value that's right in the middle of those, which is 7. Okay. Now let's say I had those same values. But I'm going to add another value, which is going to be 17. I'm going to add it to the end here. Well, now you can see if I break it in half, I have 5 on this side. Then I have 5 values on this side. Well, there's no middle value between those. So the median would be right between these numbers 7 and 8. So what I would do with these is I would add 7 plus 8, and then I would divide that by 2. 7 plus 8 is 15. Divided by 2, I get 7.5. So in this case, my median would equal 7.5.